Great to see you here again in my new video related to the Math Survival Guide, another interesting video that will help you understand math better. My name is Luc de Ceuster, founder of the Ceuster Academy, and we're going to look at a problem that fooled Einstein. So we're going to say how to fool Albert Einstein, and we look at the simple example that was given to this very intelligent, genial man, but Albert also had some problem with it. Just to show you that there may be some problems that we resolve too quickly, and we have to think a bit deeper before we get an answer. But before we start, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. Now let's have a look. What was this problem, and how did the friend of Einstein, Werthmeier, do this? He sent some problem to Albert Einstein and to some of his friends, and it's a very simple example. I adjusted a little bit because we have a hill. We're going with the bike uphill. Imagine that's me. Uphill we have 2 kilometers. I have a speed of 20 kilometers per hour going up the hill. And now I want to know what has to be my speed down to have an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So I want to do the trajectory of 4 kilometers with an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Now, we will have a look at this, and when we start, and what most people want or start with is they say, well, we want to find the average velocity, 40 kilometers per hour, and we have to start from this. They start from the average speed up and down, and based on that, they calculate the speed that we have to go downhill. When we look at the average, we can say that the average is the speed up plus the speed down divided by 2. And that's where we start with a quick calculation. We know that this has to be 40 kilometers per hour. Up is 20 kilometers per hour. The average is 40 kilometers per hour. So we can say that 40 is equal to 20 plus v down divided by 2. And by transposing this equation, we can find v down. So we have to bring v down to the left-hand side or to the right-hand side, it doesn't matter. And we bring all the numbers that we know to the other side. So first we see when we multiply both sides with 2, we find 80 on the right-hand side is 20 plus v down. So we bring 20 to the left-hand side, so we have 80 minus 20. And we find that the speed down should be equal to 60 kilometers per hour. And that's the answer I see with most of my students. The people go to this average speed because basically it's fooling you a little bit. Now let's see what happens. Let's look at this in a different way. And we are going to look at it in times. The total distance or the total time is the total distance divided by 40. So basically we have 4 kilometers divided by 40 is 0.1 hour, 60 minutes in an hour, still there, not 100 minutes, be careful. I had people who asked me how many minutes there were in an hour, and of course there are only 60 minutes, so the total time to have an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour is 6 minutes. Now that total time is also equal to the time to go up plus the time to go down. And let's see what's happening here. So we have 6 minutes on the left-hand side. The time to go down is the distance up divided by the speed up. It's 2 divided by 20. And the remaining time is t down. So we want to find how much time do we still have left to go downhill and not exceed the 6 minutes. So that we have an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. And we see that 6 minutes on the left-hand side is equal to 6 minutes plus t down. But what happens here? We don't have any more time to go down. It's not possible to reach an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour when we go up at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour, just going up, all the time is finished. Some may say, well, we go at an infinite speed. Well, we already know from my good friend Albert Einstein that the maximum speed is the speed of light, which is approximately 300,000 kilometers per second in vacuum, in space. But even at 300,000 kilometers per second, we still would not reach an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour because there is still a certain time left. So people say, well, we go infinitely very quickly, but we still have to accelerate to go to that infinite speed, if it even would be possible. Basically, this problem cannot be solved. We cannot have a total average speed. We cannot go fast enough to have an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. And Einstein discovered this when he was doing the calculations. So the thing is, the lesson here is we have to look at the calculations. We should not go too fast to make conclusions about this. So basically, when we look back at the conclusion of this, we see that our little trip going up at 2 kilometers per hour and going down and reaching an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour is basically impossible. But there are other ways. We can look at some other possibilities and we can say what average speed would be acceptable in this case. So let's look at the different exercise in another video to find out and to see how the average speed, how the speed evolves, the speed down evolves when we change the average speed that we want to obtain. So that was it for this little video about a problem that also Einstein was fooled by. So don't worry, when he can be fooled, anybody else can be fooled. And that's it for this video. Anyway, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. Thank you very much and bye-bye.